Hey folks, this is James over at Kolena coming to you with a quick demo of the platform. So what we've done here is we've built an AI agent platform that is allowing teams to automate document-intensive workflows. Think things like, insurance compliance, lease underwriting, mortgage underwriting, any of those document-heavy workflows that folks are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. For purposes of this demo, I'm going to be doing document comparison for a commercial property sale. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'll do here is I'll go ahead and hit create agent. And all I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to give that agent some context. And this is going to basically enable it to pull the best models for the task in the background. I'm going to hit continue, and that will start creating this agent. The last piece is I just need to drag in some data. It's as easy as dragging and dropping. We have some integrations, which I'll cover here in a little bit, that can take even this part of the process out of the equation. We support a wide variety of file types, everything from raw audio data to pictures from your cell phone to emails to scanned PDFs and images. So we'll go ahead and create this workflow here. It'll just take a second and pop over into the screen and we'll get it going. So just to orient us all here, we have a couple different things. Up on the left, you can think of this as like a quick table of contents. And then you also have the documents that are included in this data set. So we have a sample appraisal, and we also have the commercial purchase agreement. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and start running some extractions and pull some information. I'll just start with the owner. What I'd like to call attention to here is I'm literally just typing the word owner. I'm not giving it a complicated prompt. What it's going to do in the background is it's going to kick it to a model which is tuned to rewrite a prompt so that other models can understand it and pull accurate information quickly and easily. So we've gone ahead and grabbed the property owner. Let's extract a few more, like the property address. And we'll also, because these are pretty simple, property owner, property address, everybody can kind of do that very quickly. I'm going to ask it for a more complicated task. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it look for a tax ID across both of these documents, find it, and validate that it is consistent and correct. So, and all I'm going to do is just ask it to put the tax ID, is the tax ID consistent across all documents? This is exactly the type of thing that we're trying to enable here. I'm just using natural language. I don't need to be an expert in the space. I'm going to go ahead and hit create, and it will go ahead and extract that. I'll also run one more, and then what this is going to do is going to give you a view into that contextual understanding that I was referencing earlier. So now that we have these going, I'm going to pop over to my first extraction here and on property owner, and I'm going to walk you through what exactly has been done in the background. So the first thing is it's looked at both documents. Every single extraction is going to get a citation to the document telling you where exactly it pulled that information. You can see that the address is right here on this page, and you saw it on that cover page on the commercial appraisal. It's going to give you a confidence score. So we have models in the background that are constantly testing the results of the platform and giving you confidence scores so that you know whether it's something that needs a little bit extra attention or maybe a second look. This right here is the reasoning. It's going to explain to you exactly why it pulled the information that it did. And this is really where we build quality and transparency into the platform so that you can have high confidence that you're pulling exactly what you want to out of these extractions. One of the last ones I'll cover here is that tax ID consistency, checking for it across both documents. And what you can see here is that there is a discrepancy. So it looks like there's a very small differentiator in between the numbers, but it would pick that up and it flagged it to you. This is exactly what it was built to do. And you can set the exact sort of task up on any sort of category. So if you wanted to check for any sort of consistency across documents, you're going to be able to do that very easily. The last thing that I'll cover here before I move on to the next portion of my demo is that sort of contextual understanding. We asked it what the property type was. It actually extrapolated indicators that are commonly used in the real estate industry. So the land only, multifamily, an industrial property office building, and it classified as an office building, which is absolutely correct. So now that we've run extractions, what we've done here is we have set up our first agent. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to showcase exactly how the scalability of the platform can come into play. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click into a project that I've actually done a bit more work on. You can see we have a pretty wide variety of things that we've extracted. I wanted a robust report to show you exactly what that looks like. So for reporting capability, the thing that I'd like to call attention to is mostly here. You have this reporting capability. You can show or hide the citations and things like that. You can print it, you can share it. But also over here, when you hop into the run section up here or on the left, you can see that this right here is the structure table of everything that we've extracted. So we've gone and asked it to look at the property address and verified that that's consistent across documents. We have had it check for variances within the documents. We've asked it to pull legal description. And also, too, one of the things that is extremely valuable is you can ask it to flag if documents are present. So if you get packages submitted and it's missing data, you're able to very quickly see if that is present or if it's something that you folks still need to go ahead and gather. So you can download this as a CSV, but we're here to show the scalability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Add Run, and I'm going to drag in another set of documents here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to deselect this because I want it to look at both of those documents because we're running on a comparison workflow, and I'm going to hit Submit. And what it's going to do is it's automatically going to start extracting all of these categories across that document. Now, it's worth mentioning that these documents do not need to be consistent in format. The only thing that needs to be consistent is the information present? And even if it isn't present, we will surface null values telling you that that does not exist within the document so that you know that you need to remediate and grab that information. Then you can download that CSV, like I was saying, but as far as the end goal, that is, we really want to automate the entirety of this process. So I'm going to go over here into my kind of project dashboard for this specific agent. We can see the runs that I've done, give you that kind of nice high level view, but I'm going to hop over here into Add Connection and kind of talk a little bit about the integration capabilities of the platform. So this is meant to integrate both upstream and downstream of whatever providers that you folks are using. The upstream sources, you can think of this as, it can be a Google Drive where documents are automatically dumped. It can be an email inbox that you have where sales documents or closing documents are sent and automatically uploaded and extracted, or it can be a static storage. Whatever you folks are using, we have the capability to integrate with. This is just what I have enabled on my personal tenant. So that's going to handle your upstream integrations. We also have a resting API, so we can integrate up or downstream that way as well. And then you can also have out-of-the-box downstream integrations. So you can think of this as all the major cloud providers or any sort of legacy system that we've built integrations with. Anyways, this is James with Kolena. That wraps up my demo on how to create an agent from end to end in the platform. I hope this gave a little bit of insight. And if you'd like to see a little bit more, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. My email is james@kolena.com. Cheers, everybody.